Quick reminder, in this tutorial, we'll be using a hot glue gun, so please handle with care. Enjoy this free tutorial and follow along step by step. Thanks for hanging with me on this fun tutorial building a 1/6 scale action figure. We are going to actually make these fun little side pouches that Ken Yoshi, yes, the character in the Great American No Budget B movie, had on his belt. He was harnessing a lot of survival materials, a lot of survival tools. So anyway, they look like this, 1/6 scale. And we're going to be looking at these two templates right here. Alright, this is for this one here. And this is for the smaller one here. Go ahead and take our trusty, you guessed it, 3" by 4" paper grocery bag cardstock. I think I got this from Bonds. Okay, go ahead and get into this. Just fold it a long ways from edge to edge in the middle. Reopen it and fold it one more time so that the outer edge meets the middle, so that we know that we are evenly folding this and spacing it out. Same thing here. If it helps, we can actually fold this back over like this and just try to meet edges to edges. So we have 4 columns that look like this. Alright, you go ahead and fold these two pieces just like this in half, because we are actually going to be doing fold traces to both sides. This one right here, the smaller pouch, keep in mind the longer edge of this side will actually meet up to the fold to this side. Go ahead and take our trusty Uniball Signo. Follow the template that you should have in your PDF downloads, okay? And just trace this out, because we are doing a fold trace. We're going to go ahead and take this piece, yes, you guessed it, the more longer, straighter edge, not the one with all the lumps and bumps and stuff. Lay it right down here, again, yes, on the folded side, right on the edge, making sure we get these little TP triangles on the inside. And this right here, we're going to close that little visor up right there. Should look like that. And now we are going to go ahead and cut this out. Boy, yeah, we got one, and we're going to undo this, and yeah, that looks nice. But first of all, take our little handy wire nippers, make a little nip right there. When we open that up, we know that we made that little nip right there. That's going to be a little bit of a marker line for us, so we can visually see it on both sides. Okay, so let's do this one as well, taking our handy scissors and just cutting right along these trace lines. We are not cutting into any of these TP triangles right there. We're just kind of cutting it out right now. Cut that off and cut right there off. Okay, let's clean up a little bit and follow what I wrote here. That means this is a fold and this is a cut. We can actually cut right here along the actual cut lines where it says cut. Just being really perfect with our cuts. That's a cut right there. And then we're good to go. We did that when we folded it so that we made the cuts on this side, so we can just kind of follow everything if we want on this side, just kind of follow our markings and just kind of recreate everything on this side like this, okay? So we can visually see what's going on here. Go ahead and start putting this together in the next segment here. Okay, once we get to this part, we've got some choices to make, and it's completely up to you whether you want to paint this now or later. In this particular case, I have actually used this Sharpie. I know we've been using colored pencils along the way, but I like the way how solid the Sharpie looked. I'm not going to color it right now so you can actually see our markings here. Let's go ahead and start with this smaller one. The reason why we made these markings here is because we are going to fold right along those markings like this. You can take a straight edge like this block of wood and actually use it to assist us matching the markings to markings just like this. Okay, we can use anything like a CD cover, a metal ruler, whatever you want. Just like that, fold right there. This is going to be real easy because we want to take the inner edge, this corner here, fold it right at that corner. It should meet right in the middle to this fold line right here. We want to flip it over and do the same thing. This edge line meets the middle to this fold line right here. We should be good to go. Now that we've made some fold lines, we can actually turn it over and we see some really cool fold lines and see the actual pouch formulating here. Go ahead and take our trusty scissors, cut right along this marking to this corner right there. We just want to snip it just like that. Same thing on this side. We want to snip it Just like that. Now we're just going to go ahead and bring this up. We're going to go ahead and fold this up and meet all these together just like this. Okay, let's do just that. Let's take our glue gun, tiny pin drop of glue, marry those corners together like they're really having a good time in their relationship, and then yeah, let's corner up and get married just like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing right here. Do a little pin drop or a little kiss of glue right there, and it's just like, hey, corner, you love me? Yes, I love you. Let's marry up together. Start a new life together, corner to corner. I'm in your corner, you're in my corner. Now, since it was cloth, we're gonna smooth out these corners, right? Take a finger and put it right inside, and booyah! Ugh! That's all we're doing. We're just smoothing out these harsh edges. That's all we're gonna do. And now, bring this over, up and around, measuring where this needs to be folded. Right along this edge, we can actually make it fold right here. Make a tiny rollover fold right here. Best as possible with the folds. Make sure that everything lines up. This is actually going to loop over like this, okay? Just like that. Put a little bit of curve on these edges here when we fold it up, and now I'm going to go ahead and paint all the coloring on. It's just going to be easier since we've actually made our folds and we glued everything together, because now it's taking shape. We can just color everything. And if you wanted to do a little bit of the edge lines, it's up to you, just in case, so the inner doesn't peer out or anything like that. And we're doing great. Now, fold this over here, just to make sure that we have a good fold. Now we got choices. We can let the flap be a flap itself. This is going to be the front side of the pouch. Let's do this. Let's make this a little bit more curved out. Okay, just so you can see what I'm looking at. We're going to fold cut it like that. And now we put a little bit of curve into it, but you can also fold this back this way, because in the movie we didn't have an overlap, we actually had a zipper here. So you've got choices here. Before we actually get to those life-changing choices, go ahead and paper mache, that's what we call it, hot glue paper mache, junk mail, crumple it up, and just, this is the fun part. If you guys like to crumple up all your junk mail, which you're like, when you get the junk mail, you're like, oh my gosh, more junk mail, and that's all you get? You don't even get bills. You just get nothing but junk mail. Like, what am I going to do with this? And now you figure out, yeah, I've got something I can use with this newspaper junk mail. We're going to take our trusty Freddy Krueger hot glue gun and put 2 trigger pumps of glue right in the middle. And we're going to go ahead and put our newspaper junk mail in there. Press down to Chinatown. We're creating duddage. That's what we're doing. Slowly building this up. Making sure we don't go too crazy with the forming and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and put some more hot glue paper mache in there. Or I think I'm feeling we're going to tear that in half. Use a little bit less. Put this right on top. And making sure that we don't mess up the shape of this pouch while this glue dries. You know, eyeball it as you go. Put a little bit more glue on top of here. Let's take a little bit more of our duddage here, our newspaper junk mail, and go ahead and just kind of use our fingers to help shape it as we need. We're going to flap that down just like a little flapper. You know what flappers are in the 1920s? Google it. I had to. When we get to this part, we're good to go, man. Before we do anything, this fold right here, see this fold right here? Take our trusty wire nippers and make a little diamond nip in there. That's what we're doing, a little diamond nip. What's a diamond nip, you ask? Looks like this. Look at that diamond nip we made. Put it on a paper mache surface. Paper mache the back of this, especially around the diamond hole. That's what we want. We want the diamond hole to be extra reinforced. So we're going to flip it over. Oh my gosh, we're doing a lot of flipping. I'm going to go ahead and push this down, you guessed it, to Chinatown, and use our... it won't work unless you make that sound. Actually, do whatever you want to do. Now we're going to go ahead and just peel this away. Now it feels like paper leather. Let's go ahead and fold this over now that we've made our marking, because we can visually see it. And get out of the way here. And we're going to go ahead and do this same thing. Alright, the same thing. And now, oh yeah, wanted to do that because we are going to go ahead and add our wire joint or wire connector that exactly looks like this here. Take 4 inches and then go ahead and separate the 2 wires. It's up to you if you want to use one solid wire color, but the wires aren't really going to show, but they might. So if you want to use the brown, what we're going to do is fold it in half so it becomes 2 inches. We're going to go ahead and just twist it just a few times, you know, just like that. Maybe 8. Few from 8. Wow. Where's my logic? And now we're going to take our trusty Del Taco straw, go ahead and pinch about a 1/2 inch right here. We're going to do a trigger pump of glue right in there. We're going to take our eye loop, stick it right down into the straw right here. Take our trusty needle nose pliers. We're going to crimp it off. We can go ahead and that's going to bubble out, and we got that left over. Using our fingers on this side, smash that down to Chinatown. Yeah, we're doing good now. Take our trusty wire nippers and just break that off, right? And what we did, we made a stopper for our wire joint connector. That's going to keep it from going through this other side. As you can see where this is going, we can completely close this off, putting some glue right there and some glue right in here. You can use as much or as little as you want because we are going to permanently seal the deal on this. Go ahead and wrap this over and let that bubble over. That's totally fine. With this part, we're going to go ahead and let that rest in there like this, flat side, and let it become one with the pouch. There might be a little bit of overflow. That's okay. Just wipe it away. Just being as clean as possible as it dries. We're going to smash everything in, concealing everything as best as we can visually. And we're doing this right now as it dries so that we can inspect it while we go. That looks good. This is never coming out. What we can do with this is put a fold loop like this, making an eye hook, and just twisting it. And we can fold this over if you want, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and finish this off by putting a dollop of glue right here on the top and a little bit in the diamond hole that we made. Folding this down on top of it like this. As you can see, it's going to be squeezing out. That's okay. We can peel that away later. And a pin drop of glue here, just using our nozzle to kind of massage it back and forth. And finishing it off, and now we've made our little pouch. This one looks a little bit different from this one because I actually altered the design a little bit from here to there. Your version should look like this, a little bit more elongated. If it looks like this or like this, it doesn't matter. You've got your little side pouch, okay? Now that we've gotten the smaller pouch done, we're gonna do the larger pouch. We know that we already made our cuts on the EP tabs here because they are gonna actually help form the bag itself. And as you can see, I kind of took these, they look like actual vampire teeth. Go ahead and take these tabs down here, put a little pin drop of glue on one of them just like this, and we're gonna bring this in to right about there, okay? We don't want to take it in too much, but we don't want to take it in not enough. If you can actually see this line I made, we're going to take it into right about there. And we're going to allow it to cause a curve on the pouch, okay? We're going to push the mountain peaks down. We are going to put some glue on the inside just to give it a little bit more reinforcement. And we're going to let that dry. We're going to concentrate on these up here because we want this cut to meet this edge of this part right here. Adding a little pin size trigger pump of glue. We're going to meet that right to the edge line, wiping away the excess, pinching that together, letting that dry real quick, and pushing that mountain peak down so it actually should look like this little bit of a curve right there. Okay, same thing on this side, little pump of glue and meeting the edge and pushing down. So as you can see where this is going, it's forming what looks like a cloth pouch, okay? It will actually look like a cloth pouch. Maybe it was a polyester cotton fusion pouch. It was basically one of those army utility pouches. That's what it was, but it was black. As you can see, I put a little bit of reinforcements in the glue right there as well. And now that we've gotten to this part, we're gonna go fold it up like this. See where it's going? To where this part meets this smaller part right here. We're just kind of eyeballing it, and if we need to shift it up with our thumbs to reach that line from this corner to this corner here, we're going to do just that. Eyeballing it doesn't have to be perfect, but just go ahead and put a thumb right there. And just put a little bit of a crease down here. That's what we're going to do. Okay, and for now, color this as we go along. And again, I'm using the black Sharpie, and we can fold this up because these two flaps are going to fold over, glue onto this. Just like this. Following the edges. Now that we've made the creases for the two flaps, you guessed it, let's go ahead and just color this as we go. You can color it in the very beginning, but if you do, it might be hard to see connecting TP tabs. Now that we've glued them together, we don't have to worry about visually gluing it on there correctly. Yeah, just color this. There's no rhyme or reason. I might fast forward this. And it looks like this little tab is coming up, so let's add a little bit more glue back onto this. Yeah, if you need to course correct, just do it. Just course correct all the places that need to be corrected. We are now going to go ahead and hot glue paper mache, getting our wads of like newspaper coupons, and we're going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3 pumps of glue. Oh, we're going crazy with the glue. And we're going to go ahead and push this down, hoping the glue doesn't pop up and burn us, but if it does, then hey, you know, it happens. Go ahead and push this down to Chinatown. Okay, I'm Asian, so don't hold that against me. I can say Chinatown. I'm not Chinese, but okay, my joke is going south. Okay, and just we're kind of eyeballing it, doing some more glue. That's all we're doing, just more glue. Right around in the middle and around the edges, making a little bit more crumpled up. Making sure that these flaps go like that. Let's go ahead and add some more glue, and this time we're going to add glue on this side because we are now going to close it off while it's drying, like that. Because these little flaps we need to pay attention to right here. These are going to come out. Let's push this doodad in. Okay, if you don't have this, then just use your trusty needle nose pliers to push the doodads in, just like this. Okay. Pushing that in, closing that down. We're going to actually pull away some glue right on these outer tabs. Push that in. And now add some glue to these side tabs right here. Just pushing these inner tabs so that they seal back over. We can go ahead and scratch away, just like a scratch and sniff, the excess glue. This will never be seen. This is on the body side. This is going to be the pouch side. And we got a little bit of a shift in glue, but that's okay. We can just easily cover this up with Sharpie, right? There we go. It is healed. Now, pushing this down so that this flap can actually flap over like this. And now we want to go ahead and fold this up in half, making sure it's even to our eyeballs, and put a pin drop of glue right here. Alright, under this flap, like that. Using our fingers to fold and mold. Let's go ahead and clean up our desk here. Now we concentrate on these flaps here. Yes, you know where we're going. A pin drop of glue right here on this little TP triangle, and right where it was actually marked off right here on that straight edge, we're going to flap that tab over, wiping away the excess, smoothing out this mountain. Okay, same thing on this side. Pin drop of glue, like that. Connecting the conjoining lines, wiping away the excess glue, pushing down the mountain tops, smoothing those out so when it folds over real nice, okay? Again, we're going to go ahead and reinforce these sides right here. And let's add a little bit more glue on everything so it acts hot glue paper mache, but we're not actually using the newspaper junk mail. We're just going to go ahead and let it dry. This part right here, go ahead and add some glue right on top. Trigger pump of glue, and just use our needle nose and just go ahead and push that down. It's gonna well out probably. See how it's bubbling out? That's okay. We're not even gonna mess with that. We're just gonna like let that kind of bubble out. And pushing down, but not all the way. We don't want to close it completely yet. I'm gonna take a little bit of newspaper junk mail, push it down and wisp away the extra excess that's bubbling out here. Fold and mold and shape it. And of course this is coming up again. That's okay. We're going to peel that away and just kind of correct this. Go ahead and finish coloring this thing. Go ahead and paint it on with your Sharpie or whatever paint you're using, acrylic, watercolors, whatever you're using. Again, I'm using colored pencils and Sharpies because that's all I have. That's all I chose to use because it's all about using whatever you have in your home. Or if you want to go buy something for cheap, that's up to you. These tutorials are all about what you got, okay, and what you're going to use. Now that we've colored that, we're going to concentrate on this 4-inch piece of single wire that we did did, we are going to go back to this edge right here, take our wire nipper, and make, yes, you guessed it, a diamond shape cutout. Right? Boom! We made a diamond shaped cutout. And now, make a little loop, an eye loop. We're going to cut this piece off here, opening that back up on this Del Taco straw, and adding half trigger pump of glue, and putting the eye loop right inside, and smashing this down with our handy needle nose pliers, like this. And letting that dry, right? Cutting this off here, creating that tab, and pushing this on through here. We can now glue this to the top. Look what we're doing here. Glue that to the top and close that little pouch over. Check that out. That's exactly what we just did, right? Let's go ahead and add a little bit of glue right here. Just a pin drop. Just a tiny pin drop of glue. And now we have our completed larger hiking side pouch that's going to harness his survival tools and his trusty 6-shooter pistol. So we just made our larger pouch and our smaller pouch. Again, it's not going to look exactly the same, but if it looks close, then you did a great job. Nothing too much to say right here other than I am painting on top coat, just basically acrylic nail polish that I got from CVS on another project. Putting this cool little protective layer on it just to also make it look kind of cool and kind of shiny, almost like plasticky look. Even though it is grocery bag paper stock, you can douse it up with a little bit of sheen to it. So that's all I'm pretty much doing for the final touches for these two little utility pouches.